Hey guys, it's future Paul Bunyan here. If you can hear something weird with my voice, that is because I am getting over an illness. An illness I did not realize I had until after I recorded this video. Literally recorded it, went to bed, had the worst fever dream I have had in a long time, woke up in a cold sweat at like 5 a.m. So, yeah, I apologize if my voice is poor quality for this video. I did not have any time to edit it due to work and the holiday season, but I do still hope you enjoy it. Also, real quick, I want to say thank you for getting me dang near to 1,000 subs, although looking at the analytics, it looks like this percentage of you not subscribed but still watch my videos. What's up with that? Just subscribe. It's easy. It's free. I promise you won't get sick. Anyway, send me in some stories. Send me in some TTRPG stories. Anything your characters did in-game that was really cool or really funny that you think deserves a narration. And I will give my 3 favorite of those stories a narration and a video right here on the channel if we can make it to 1,000 subs before the year is out. You can send those stories in to my email, link in the description below, and thank you guys for watching. And yeah, that's the big message. I'm gonna go take some more medicine now. Enjoy the video. The maze-like rocky crags of the Serpent Hills are said to be haunted. Many an odd explorer or adventurer has gone into those hills and returned with tales of sinkholes, mudslides, and the very earth itself moving to halt their advance. They speak of cackling laughter on the wind and the distinct feeling of being watched. Despite this, many believe that ancient treasures lay buried somewhere within those hills, so there is always a new adventurer, brave enough, or perhaps foolish enough, to explore the Serpent Hills. One such adventurer was Itziko, a dragonborn from Neverwinter. She was a bard by trade, and could play the lute or sing a ballad with more vigor and energy than any half-wit street performer. Brimming with pride in her craft, and confidence in her ability to wield a blade, Itziko set out for the Serpent Hills, determined to discover the source of this haunting, and maybe come back a few gold coins richer. The journey to the Serpent Hills was pleasant enough, but now that she was here, Itziko could immediately feel it. A feeling of being watched by something. Something so close, but always just out of sight. The bard was used to having eyes on her, but this was like performing with her back to the audience. She didn't like it. When the first night fell, Itziko made camp near a rocky pillar facing west, and set to writing in her journal, describing how the land did have a sort of life to it, but the life was very shy. It was always close, but just stayed out of sight. She had been to truly haunted places before in her travels, but this dragonborn did not get the same feeling of dread here as she had in those other places. Whatever was haunting these hills, it wasn't undead. She put away her journal and went to sleep. As the sun rose over the hilltops, the bard awoke to a baffling sight. She was sure she had set up her tent next to a large rocky pillar, but now that pillar was gone. For a lesser soul, that would have been it. It would have been the proof they needed to flee from the Serpent Hills and label them haunted by malevolent spirits and demons. But Itziko had seen much in her travels, and something like disappearing rocks was not enough to deter her, so she forged onward. On the 3rd day, a solid patch of earth shifted beneath her, sending her splatting face first into mud. On the 5th day, she walked in circles from dusk to dawn, with stone pillars that faded into the earth, only to erupt from the ground just before she could make an exit. Each day a new discovery, each day a new frustration. And with each new frustration, there came a cackle on the wind. Itziko had told many jokes and witty stories before. She could tell the difference between the malicious laugh of a demon and the cackling of children and hooligans playing a practical joke. That was the feeling this evil laughter gave her. With a sense of hearing trained over a decade of practicing the musical arts, the bard made her way to the source of the laughter. It was difficult with the echoing rocky crags, but she tracked the laughter to a small opening in the earth. It went straight down, but that was no problem for her. A simple featherfall spell was enough to make the trip down safe and pleasant. The laughter was much louder down here, and Itziko smirked, knowing she was close. As her boots touched the ground of this subterranean chamber, she recognized a natural amphitheater, an underground stage made of natural stone and earth, though there wasn't anything natural about its smooth and carved-out appearance. The laughing stopped, and the bard, unsure of what else to do, began to play a ballad from her homeland. When she was finished, she was greeted with applause, and finally, her cackling host revealed himself. It came crawling down from a small hole in the wall, opposite the stage the bard stood upon. A reptilian creature the size of a draft horse, with great wings folded at its sides, bulging forearms and shoulder muscles, and rough scales of copper. Itziko knew right away she was looking at a dragon, a young one based on its size. She gave a bow to show respect. "Greetings. I am Itziko, the wandering songstress. I apologize for intruding, but I simply had to see the great prankster of the Serpent Hills." The young copper dragon puffed itself up with pride, soaking in the praise as a tree soaks up sunlight. "Finally! Someone who recognizes my genius. My favorite joke so far was when you lost your gloves to a perfectly placed mud wall." Normally, Itziko would have demanded recompense for her lost gloves, but this was not the time for payback. "Indeed, that was a clever joke, but please tell me, dragon, why do all of this? You scare all the travelers that come here. They believe this place to be haunted. Why go to such trouble?" The young dragon shook its head, seemingly disappointed in the question. "You are a bard? I expected you to have figured out that answer." "I am bored, and mortals are great targets with the best reactions."